Hank actually is one of the most gentle dogs I've had. He's so easygoing. He loves everybody. He loves dogs. He loves people. But really, the specific story is truly authentic to our house. One afternoon, we're in Southwest Florida. We were outside, and all of a sudden, I heard his little paws scamper like he was trying to run from something. So naturally, I assumed there was a small gecko or unfortunately a small snake maybe had gotten into the house and he was going after it. But I was sitting out in the lanai and he came right next to me, next to our big plant outside, and was shaking. Cookie, my partner, walked out and kind of asked what happened. I didn't know. So I went closer to the door. Hank ran back in the house, went back into his bed, and promptly went head first underneath the blanket. So we really just kind of looked at each other and didn't understand it, left it at that. And about a week later, the exact same thing happened. And from that point, it was like, this seems like a story well worth writing. And I just started taking notes. I think for a long time, when you spend your life in business and sports, you assume that bravery entails being tough, pushing through, performing under pressure, never letting fear show. Those are the things when I grew up in the 70s and 80s that every coach, every mentor kind of shared with me. Athletes, especially, they want you to look strong, even maybe when there's a struggle. Now, I think in this day and age, since we've addressed mental health a little bit more, that's adapted. And the great business leaders and the great coaches have adapted. But helping Hank the Brave, for me, really shifted that bravery isn't about being fearless. Bravery is about surrounding yourself with love and people who love you and the safety and the trust. And that's how we overcome those fears. We can't work through it. One of the parts of the book is Hank overcomes his fear, but that means the next day he may not be fearless. So Hank taught me that bravery isn't the absence of fear. It's what happens when love, safety, it gives you enough courage to face those things and allows you to move forward anyway. So in regards to Claude, we love this question. We get it every time we speak about Hank the Brave. Anyone that knows Hank knows that at some point in time, you're going to get nudged in the knee or the side of the leg with his little toy lobster named Claude. And we ironically fell into this. And this is the beautiful part of this story. We had selected an illustrator, Linda G. Carlucci, who lives in London. And as we sent her pictures of Hank during the beginning of this process, she noticed that every time we sent those pictures, there was this little, at the time, probably dirty looking, lost antenna stuffed toy that was in each one of those pictures. And when she sent back a couple of those edits and illustrations, she had added Claude to that as Hank's loyal sidekick. And what a beautiful connection, because we really knew that he came to represent comfort. He came to represent family. Claude came to represent love and unconditional love to Hank in even some of the most fearful times. So our representation of Claude, certainly all the credit goes to our illustrator, Linda. And secondly, we just hope that with his comical and sidekick part in the book, that you'll be able to recognize if your sidekick may be a blanket, your sidekick may be a plushie, your sidekick may be coffee, but everybody's got one. Without question, putting something deeply personal in the world without someone validating it first was probably one of the biggest jumps I've made personally. In the sports world, we have scoreboards, time clocks. In the business world, we have profit and loss papers. We have clients or not. Starting Hank House Press meant betting on myself in a completely new way. The scary part wasn't will we succeed, is really will it matter? And what my determination from that was, for me, it only had to matter to one family, one young person, one adult. Really wasn't an age limit on that. It just had to matter to one. So indie publishing probably forced me to trade certainty to conviction, and probably one of the bravest things that I have done in my entire life.